Kia ora whānau, welcome back. Alrighty, karakia time, creator of our souls. Thank you for bringing us together and for protecting us and guiding us as we travel our journey throughout this lifetime. We ask for your support as we serve you for the greater good. Please bring to light that which needs healing, the darkness that needs forgiveness within ourselves and therefore others. Bless us with your presence through these messages and help the collective to understand your divinity within. Amen. Okay, let's get into it. Alrighty. Okay, let's have a shuffle. I feel like we want this. I want to finish shuffling though. Any other cards that come out we will take. But okay. I want one more shuffle and then I'll pick from the top. Too many cards. If I'm going to take them, it's one at a time. Okay, cool. So we've got our first two cards there. Then we're going to go ding, ding, dong, ding. Alrighty then, let's get the rest out. I never quite know which way I'm holding these. Alrighty. Okay. Inspiration. See? Again, guys, again. Like, come on, did that just bleep? Did something go on there? Something happen with the camera? I don't even know, but I heard a bleep. I don't know what that was, but anyway. Okay. Emotions, Ace of Emotions. Materials. Oh, I don't see that pop up very much. Ooh, oh, I love that for the outcome. Alrighty, let's get into this nice different energy. Now, yesterday there was somebody's deceased loved one popped in to see us and with a message at the end of the video there. So, and actually potentially the entire video was about a message from them, so please go and watch that because that may be for you. If there is somebody that you are grieving, I will link it at the end of this video. Okay, so let's get started here with the present time, the situation or your state of mind. And we have the moon. And this here, immediately I get this energy of being perplexed. I really don't know what's going on right now. I'm trying to make sense of it. Please help me. Like, please, can you just give me the answer right now? And what I want to say about this is it's always the energy of the moon that we don't see clearly, right? And it's like walking down the road at nighttime and it's a full moon, but you can't see everything. There's a shadow over there and it's like, oh, what is that? I hear a noise on the side. It's like, what was that rustle in the bushes? Oh my gosh. And there's fear associated with that because we can't see everything that's there, right? And so even if the moon is full, it's not always apparent as to what the situation is. And so I feel like this could be somebody actually asking for assistance right now. Please show me what I need to know. Show me the way. Show me what's there. Clear this confusion for me. What is blocking you or what is your challenge is this Knight of Inspiration here. And the Knight of Inspiration, this is this energy of I want to say of this not knowing. This is what the block is. You're not too sure. You know, the Knights are not experienced, right, with the energy. You know, they're learning about that for themselves and they're kind of like, you know, this could even be a direction of what you want to go in. Which way do I go? What shall I do? I don't know. And this is what your block is, right? And even though, and I love the fact that there's fireworks in the sky, lighting up the sky, and the moon's lighting up the sky, but there's still this energy of, I don't know. And even panic associated with that for some of you. It's like, come on, I need to make a decision, because if I don't, X, Y, Z is going to happen, you know. And I feel like there's sort of this urgency about it. And it's really interesting, because yesterday I remember feeling like there was some sort of anxiety going on about things, and that could be what this is about, right? This could be this, oh my gosh, if I don't find out, it's gonna, you know, the world's gonna blow up. The other thing I want to say about this is sometimes it's the unseen, or the, you know, we can kind of talk ourselves into something happening that's not actually happening. So just be mindful of that. Okay, we can go, oh gosh, you know, what's an example? I've gone blank. Maybe I'm not meant to give an example. Maybe that's the whole point, is sometimes we just go blank and we don't have anything. And we're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And it could be a case of just sitting with that for a while, because in the panic and the fear of not having anything, we don't clear the space for anything to come through, right? So let's just go, okay, take a breath, calm down, and allow the space to clear in order for it to be filled. Okay, we have the Temperance card here, and this could be what has led you to this point, right? This what's the energy that this has given me here? This, it's sort of this closed offness, actually, to be honest with you. That's what I'm getting from this. And it's this, you know, look at the position of her hands, like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. And this is causing her to be closed, you know. And even though this is the past energy, this could also be the energy that you're bringing into the present. It could be about not bringing the past into the present, and this could be what the challenge is. Yeah, this could kind of be I want to say fueling the fire that isn't really there. It's fueling a fire that isn't really there. Or it could just be like a candle burning, and then the fear and the anxiety and the anxiety, it's a new word. I don't know what it means, but it's a new word. Anxiety. Maybe it's fire and anxiety rolled into one. Fiery. Never mind. Anyway, let's not start being silly about it now when you're okay. Right, let's get back to this. Okay. Okay. So what I feel like is happening here, and this is part of a cycle, right? This is what has led you here, is that there's potentially been an ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new, but it's not quite clear what that new cycle is going to be. And there could be an element of time in regards to this. It could be that you've just say like the company that you're working with is closing down, and you've got to find another job before, you know, you've only got like 2 months or something like that. Or, you know, the house that you're renting is being sold, and so you've got 90 days to find another house. It could be something along those lines, and there's this panic about it, like, oh my gosh. But it's a matter of settling down and going, okay, what's my first step? What do I need to do? I need to look for a place. I need to apply for a job. I need to start packing my stuff. I need to, you know, do up my CV, you know, yeah, whatever it is that is going on for you, it's taking a step back and kind of going, okay, these are the steps that I need to take, okay? And there is no need for panic, because this is your near future and this is celebration here, right? And it's kind of like, don't even know what I was worried about, right? Because you look in this card here, here's the flowers here, right? And they're all open and they've been thrown up in the air, and they're like, yoo-hoo, I got the job, or I got the place, or whatever, right? And so this is, you know, is going to come to a really good place. I suppose it's you know, as with anything, we can create, you know, what it is that we want. So this is what is being mindful, you know, like what is your goal, and keep your energy in that goal, because this is all about the energy here, right? This is what he's created for this, for these two, is the energy. Yeah, I don't, you probably can't see that, but that's what this vibration is, you know. The other thing is, I want to say that even though it's the six of materials, be sure to not celebrate too soon. So you might say, get an interview for a job, or you might get put on the shortlist for a house, but you may still not get it. You know, so just try to remain grounded about what the process is until it's actually signed, sealed, delivered, that contract, right? Or that lease agreement, or whatever, you know, whatever your situation is. I'm just giving examples. Just, yeah, be excited and put that energy into it. But it's a matter of staying grounded, so that if that doesn't work, you're not then blocked because you're so down and out because you didn't get what it is that you want, because there's actually something better out there for you. But in order to attract that to you, you still need to be in this vibration. Otherwise, you're not going to get that dream job or that dream house, right? So, yeah. The next card here in the position of your goals is the Hierophant. And this here is about you getting guidance from, this is actually about seeking out guidance from a specialized person, someone who's specialized in the area that you need. If this is to do with work, for some of you, it could be that you are being promoted into a higher position of expertise. This could be, for some of you, about if it's to do with moving house, given that these are the examples. You are moving to an area that is in your view more upmarket, a better energetic area. I do want to say that this could be getting assistance with manifestation, because here's the thing with this card, with the Hierophant, that I actually really love, and I'm just getting this message about this right now, is that the Hierophant sits on top of the rock naked and works out a way to cover themselves. But there's not the energy of vulnerability right now. There's the energy of still owning their place on the rock and sitting in their expertise regardless of the conditions. They are still able to hold their position. Because even if they were clothed, I feel like they'd still be sitting in the same position, right? So there's some sort of advice in that for you, to be aware of the position that you sit in and make sure it's kind of like standing in your power and owning who you are and knowing that, and not giving that power away or handing it over to anybody, regardless of the external circumstances. That doesn't change, right? And this was what I feel like you would like to aim towards, is that your vibration and your energy doesn't change regardless of what is happening on the outside, right? And that takes practice. And it could be that, you know, it could be a matter of seeking someone out who's able to do that, and looking at how they do that, and or having someone that you look up to as an example for you to, you know, to obviously do it your way, not exactly the way someone else does it, because we can't do that, because we are all individually unique, even though we are connected, but we are connected through energy. It's this, yeah, we're not getting into that. Let's go carry on. Okay, let me just come back on track here. Okay, this is something that you may not be aware of, is not seeing things for how they are. You may not be looking at the entire truth of something. There may be something that you don't want to see about yourself. You're looking everywhere else but at where you should look at. There could be a skill set that you have that you don't want the world to know about. This could very well be of a spiritual nature. Some of you could be upgraded, if you like, on a spiritual level and given gifts, or you may have gifts that you keep hidden from the rest of the world because potentially you're worried about what other people will think. That came up in yesterday's reading, being worried about what other people think of you. And that must have been why I brought it up, because it was leading into today's reading. So these two are linked with threads, not the entire reading, but with threads, because that one was very different from this one. But there may be other things in there that is related to this. So anyway, just go and watch it, because I can't really, I honestly don't really remember the readings, what I'm given about the reading. And if I do have a memory sparked from it, it's usually from spirit, and then I'm like, that was yesterday, and it ends up being like 5 days ago. So I just seen people on a wild goose chase through the readings to go and look for it, and they're probably like, what, you said it was yesterday and it was freaking last week or whatever. But yeah, sorry about that, but it is what it is. But anyhow, your invitation is the Four of Emotions, which is really interesting. Oh, I love this. And this is this change of perspective. This is an invitation for you to change your perspective and understand the value of what it is that you're sitting in or on. And what I mean by this is the value within. So you are sitting inside this wine glass here, right? Which is these two people. And this card came up. Yeah, it was definitely yesterday for sure. And it's the same kind of message of which I didn't even know what that was yesterday, but oh my gosh, honestly, I just sometimes just feel so drunk when I'm doing this because of the energy that comes through. And maybe because it's a wine glass and we don't even know if wine is in here, but obviously if it is, the reason why it's almost empty was because I've clearly drunken it. Oh dear me. Okay, back on track here, back on track. I'm drawn to this light here, this light in between the upper lips of these people. What is this? Is something about, what is this? Oh, there's circles around it even. This is your words that you speak, and there's this pattern. This is about your thoughts and your words creating a pattern in your life which you may not be aware of. And so it's important for you to look at that. And maybe that's what this card is about, right? Is reflecting on that, reflecting through the different times, different situations. Each mirror here represents a different situation. So for you to look at the different situation, because the common denominator in those situations is you. You are the common denominator. It's like having heaps of relationships that don't work out, and it's everybody else's fault but the person who is the one having all the relationships, right? It's everybody else's fault, and they did this, and this one's crazy, this one's a stalker, this one's this one's that, right? And the common denominator in those relationships is actually this one person. And I'm not saying that's the case for you, but it's an example of what could be going on. So looking at all perspectives here, being understanding between thoughts and verbalizing and creating. What thoughts are creating this? What are you speaking that is creating this? And I'll give you a really good example on that, because when I lived in Australia, every year we had to move house, right? Because we were renting, and we had to move house, and every time we moved into a house, I said, what's the point? We're just unpacking so that we can move again next year, because the owners always sell the house. Every time we move, when the lease is up after that year, they always sell the house. Oh, well, we're only going to be here for a year anyway. And it happened. It happened for I don't even know, 5 years in a row or something. And we moved into another house, and I heard myself saying it. It was like I was outside of myself saying this, right? And I was like, whoa, I've just created that. So I immediately changed it, and I went to my ex partner at the time, and I said to him, do you know what? We need to change that story because we've been creating this whole time. Now we need to say this is what's going to happen, and this is what the new story is going to be. Is we are not going to move out of this house until we move into a brand new house. And if that brand new house is not our own, then we stay there until we get a chance to build our own brand new house. And that is, my friends, exactly what happened. Bam. There we go. That is a perfect example of being able to create your own reality by verbalizing what it is that you want and putting that out there. And there you go. Here's my news story. Thank you very much. Take it to the Cosmic Kitchen to prepare and deliver. Thank you, Fano. Thank you for coming. Applause, please. Anyway, that is a true story, as true as I could ever get. So yeah, that is the power of, oh, I've just put this in the wrong place. That is the power of speaking your reality into existence, right? And so now I speak the lotto went into my existence, and next time I check my ticket, it will be the big winner. I'll still do these readings too. Might just have a prettier background. Anyway, and a better camera setup. Rightio. So Ace of Emotions is in the place here of your external influence and your environment. So this is a new beginning, right? A new beginning in your this could be in your family home. This could be to do with your family, right? This is, what are we going to create now, especially given this information? Okay, guys, let's change the story. What do we want to create? I'm really sitting down and mulling that over, because you don't need to come up with it straight away. You can really put a lot of thought into that and make your intentions considered, and put that out there, not willy-nilly, oh yeah, maybe this or maybe that, because the universe wants a direct order, right? It wants to know, sure, you're not going to go to a restaurant and go, oh, maybe I'll order a steak or a pizza, and then the person who's taking the order is going to be like, well, what is it? Which is it? I don't know, maybe one of those. They're not going to take that to the kitchen, right? They're going to be like, I want a definite answer and I want to know now. So in that regard, this is an opportunity for you to be able to seriously consider what it is that you want in your life, right? In your home, in your family, with love, with in a relationship, right? With yourself. How do you want yourself to be? How do you want to present yourself to the world? What is inside of you, that authentic part of you that is inside of you, that God self, right? Connecting into that and bringing that to the surface, yeah? Wow. Okay. 5 of Materials is in the position of your hopes and fears. And this is this fear. This is what it is. It's the fear of being closed out and not getting what you want. This fear of that is here in this moon position here in the night of inspiration of like, but what if it doesn't work? But what if it does? What if it doesn't work and then something better comes along? And this is where we can get stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and we can actually interrupt the flow of what it is that we're trying to manifest. Because if you see here at the hand of this person, this flow is coming in here, and this is what I was talking about with, oh, I might have a steak or a pizza. There's like, oh, I don't really know what you want, so I don't know what I'm putting in, and then you're not going to know what you're getting back, and potentially you may miss that when it comes to you because you were never sure in the first place, right? So this is understanding this person is lying on this cold floor here, and there's this warmth back here, and they're trying to manifest warmth in their life, not realizing that it's actually already there. but they're so busy focusing on the negative and the things that they don't have, that they don't see what they actually do have. They have this massive glass here, right? So this is appreciating and honoring what it is that you do have. You know, if it is love that you're looking for, appreciate and honor the love that you have within. And if you're not feeling that for yourself, then it's important to work on that for yourself, okay? The Muse of Inspiration. Wow, this is beautiful. I love this. This could very well be related to career for some of you, but this is your goal, right? This is the end result. You want to master whatever it is that you are aiming for, you know, and I feel as though this is 100% possible. There's just these tweaks. These are tweaks, right, that need to be made in order for you to get to your end goal here. Yeah, 100%. Just seeing this card is really powerful. And I really feel like there's so much here that is backing you. And when I say that, I mean, you know, not just the universe, not just your team and your guides and the angels, but you. You embody everything that you need to make this happen. It's believing that you do, regardless of whether, you know, what position you're sitting in and how that is, regardless of even how vulnerable you may feel. You know, you absolutely have it in you to make this happen. So 100% go for gold. Go for gold. Okay, I feel like, yes, we want one of these. One card here, please. One card from Zen Tarot. One card. There it is. Rebirth. Perfect. Rebirth. Oh, I like this. I like it. We want rebirth, and we've got Thunderbolt here at the bottom of the deck, which is fantastic. I love that tower card. And it doesn't mean that there's going to be a tower, because if there, you know, it's not tower energy. But what I want to say about that is that if there is a, you know, sometimes we can have this distraction in our life, but I feel like if that's the case, if things are changing and it feels like a distraction, not to panic, because I feel like the foundation is solid, and that's not to be concerned about. Okay, so where are we? Rebirth. Righty. Oh, I don't want to break that book anymore, so just be gentle. Okay. This card depicts the evolution of consciousness as it is described by Friedrich Nietzsche. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but old Friedrich in this book. Thus spake Zarathustra. Oh, that's his book. Thus spake Zarathustra. That sounds like a really hard book to read. Anyway, old Friedrich, he speaks of the three levels of camel, lion, and child. The camel is sleepy, dull, and self-satisfied. He lives in delusion, thinking he is a mountain peak, but really he is so consumed with others' opinions that he hardly has any energy of his own. Emerging from the camel is the lion. When we realize we've been missing life, we start saying no to the demands of others. We move out of the crowd, alone and proud, roaring our truth. But this is not the end. Finally, the child emerges. Neither acquiescent nor rebellious, but innocent and spontaneous and true to his own being. Whatever the space you're in right now, sleepy and depressed or roaring and rebellious, be aware that it will evolve into something new if you allow it. It is a time of growth and change. Wow, that's so cool. This kind of has a bit of definitely thread from yesterday's reading. In Zen, you are coming from nowhere and you are going to nowhere. You are just now here, neither coming nor going. Everything passes by you. Your consciousness reflects it, but it does not get identified. When a lion roars in front of a mirror, do you think the mirror roars? Or when the lion is gone and a child comes dancing, the mirror completely forgets about the lion and starts dancing with the child? Do you think the mirror dances with the child? The mirror does nothing. It simply reflects. Your consciousness is only a mirror. Neither do you come nor do you go. Things come and things go. You become young, you become old. You are alive, you are dead. All these states are simply reflections in an eternal pool of consciousness. Wow. Wow. Holy heck, Frederick. He's a dude and a half, isn't he? That was cool, though. I really like that. I'll snatch it away. How rude. Yeah, that's cool, though. I like that. Those insights into things, because it can really get you thinking a lot deeper about stuff. So I just want to pull a card from the Sacred Light Oracle here by Anna Stark and see what comes up here. One card, please, on the Sacred Light Oracle. Getting the right card. There it is. Lord Melchizedek. I can always say this, now I can't. Melchizedek. Indecision, ego-based actions, lifestyle change. Whoa. Very cool. Let's just pop this here for you to look at Lord Melchizedek. I don't know what page it's going to be on. So, is it in? Oh yeah, it's in alphabetical order. Alrighty, let's have a look what he has to say. This dude's really cool. Okay, so Lord Melchizedek is a true leader of the spiritual hierarchy, a multi-dimensional being and Lord of the first ray. He is a teacher for those who choose to free themselves from the bonds of ego to reach a higher state of being. Observing your path with great interest, he will assist you to know your soul more closely and help you connect to your own divine cosmic presence. Yes, and that's what I feel like the Hierophant card was representing as well, in a way. Allying with Lord Melchizedek is an intense experience. Not everyone is spiritually and emotionally ready to create this connection. Your crown and third chakras receive intense downloads of energy that often needs rest for integration. This higher source of knowledge is only accessible by making clear choices to remove ego-based patterns and choices. Definitely related to yesterday's reading. Standing with his rod of power, Ascension Guide Lord Melchizedek asks that you be clear with your decisions. You must learn to assert your authority by embracing your autonomy. Just like a stern father figure, you must stand up for yourself and refuse to let people push you around. It is time to do things differently. Allow Lord Melchizedek to illuminate personal ignorance and ego so that you can make clear choices that support your lifestyle. Being clear with what you expect from yourself and others will negate any anguish or anxiety you have about connecting to the sacred light of your soul. Embrace your inner spark. Become what it is you seek. Stand alone. Okay, the sacred crystal for this is clear quartz, and the affirmation is, I respect the authority I am given. My choices bring respect and achievement. Wow, that's so freaking powerful. Man, that writing's small. That is amazing. I love this. Embrace your inner spark. Wow. And honestly, this again, after yesterday of saying how powerful you guys are, this just proves it. Like, if you didn't believe it then, believe it now. Okay, because yeah, Lord Melchizedek just doesn't show up for just any random old Joe blogs, right? You are powerful. So holy heck, start standing in your power. Truly, bring it, because yeah, this is amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that with you, you powerful soul, and yeah, take care of yourself. Until next time, see you. Bye bye.